Step by Step was a really interesting film for me. I really enjoyed the music in this, especially since this film had very little dialogue. I thought the music really helped to build up that tone and help with the relationship between the two characters and building that up as well. This being a film about a relationship between two characters, it was very interesting, the choice to have them not speak to each other hardly at all, and yet you could really feel that relationship and it building over time. I really enjoyed how the filmmakers found different ways to characterize these people. So we have the focus in on their different footsteps as they're walking, and how the man's is a lot different than the woman's, which is more like whimsical and joyful, and his is more straightforward. I thought that, especially since there was no dialogue, having that ending be so touching and to truly see the heartbreak of the woman, and how she tries to help him as he's dying. It was really touching to me, and I thought that they did a really good job with that.
Step by Step was an amazing experience that showcases just how much of a story you can tell with little to no words at all. I loved the road trip dynamic and how gradually the two grew a bond, and it made the ending all the more tragic. But it was very, like I said before, very fascinating just seeing how much you can pick up with little dialogue being exchanged at all. It was a very interesting experience, and I definitely enjoyed myself watching it.
Step by Step was like an interesting, very few words are spoken, but the actors gave great performances anyways. Like, they didn't need to speak, and it was a really cool environment. Like, the production design and the props that were used was very interesting. And again, I feel like the two central characters were entertaining, even though they spoke very few words. There's a lot of actions and facial expressions that really showed how interesting those characters were and how well acted they were.
It's a very interesting film, very interesting. I really like the look of it. That opening shot was stunning. The location they found, the use of that was very, very good. The actors did such a great job. It was interesting to see, these folks that they got. Everybody looks so weathered and aged and experienced, and it was, the performances were great. Also the costuming and makeup was very good. They expressed it this way. And, it was an very interesting story. The script, there's barely any talking in it. So it was, it was all action and scenery, and we got an idea of this bond forming and the sadness of, the one character passing away. But, it was very interesting. We became very concerned with their plights throughout the course of this year. So, and we were very worried for them when the interlopers show up, and relieved when they went away. But it was very sad when the man dies and the girl's so sad. But we're happy to see her live off happily ever after with these children in this village. But it was an interesting premise, well executed. It was photographed beautifully. Like I said, costuming and makeup was great. Acting was great. So excellent job on all fronts with this here, and and good luck with this. I hope it does well for you.
All right, I just finished watching Step by Step. This was like a really well done, very beautiful film that I enjoyed because of the range of emotions and sort of visual cues that dominated the piece. It's set in a sort of end world apocalyptic type setting. And I thought it was just really great with its ability to use silence and framing to create emotion and a sense of epicness and a journey that really carried her out through the entire piece. It's really just paced very well, and there's a very studious and detailed approach to crafting the mood and the feeling and the setting of the piece, and almost every aspect of it technically is obviously well thought out, done with intent. And I thought that It was able to tell a story that was coherent and linear, while also leaving room for interpretation to allow the audience to sort of create feelings and thoughts about what they were seeing and what it made them think. I just felt like it was a very meditative piece and a very thoughtful piece all the way around that I enjoyed because of just how well designed it was in total. So I ended up liking this piece a lot.